ladies and gentlemen, who want to join RCM or they've got inquiries regarding, ladies and gentlemen, our school, that is RCM, they can call these numbers here. These two numbers are for your inquiries. But any student who has a retake, I love those students so much, I would want to help them. They can get me through that personal number. All right. Otherwise, today, I want to take you through some small concept that was tested last semester, known as inventory management. Right there, inventory management. And I'm going to do this question. I shall be doing this question. Which question am I doing? The question that I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen, is this one here. The question that I'm doing is here. The question that I'm doing is here. Yeah, this is the question that I'm doing, which was tested in December 2025. Question number 1, boy, Uzi Limited. December 2025. Question number 1, boy. December 2025. Question number 1, boy. We are told Uzi Limited manufactures a special product which requires component BX. The following particulars are calculated for the year 2025. Annual demand of Omega is 8,000. Then we have cost of placing an order is shillings 200. Then we have cost per unit of Omega is shillings 400. Then number 4, carrying cost per unit per annum is 20% of the purchase price. The company has been offered a quantity discount of 4% on the purchase of BX, provided the order size is 4,000 components. Required by comparing the total cost without and with a 4% discount, advise whether the quantity discount offer should be accepted. These were 6 marks for free. Free marks. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you are doing business where you are required to have inventory, for example, you are a hotelier. You see, a hotelier, you can't just procure, for example, cabbages, potatoes for immediate usage. You can't do what we call just in time, that you go and buy cabbages today, then you cook everything today, and then you sell everything today. It's called just in time system, which is a very, very important system that we shall also be able to discuss here. But today we are looking at that hotel or that organization that believes in storage, which has got a warehouse. They'll be able to go and procure 300 cabbages, and then they use them, for example, within the week. So day 1, for example, they use 50, inventory goes down. Another day they use 60, inventory goes down, and so forth. So for those companies, they must know how to use what we call economic order quantity. They must procure the EOQ. So in this case here, for inventory management, organizations procure EOQ. EOQ is what we call economic order quantity. Economic order quantity. That is what we call economic order quantity. Let me get, in this case here, assurance that you guys have been able to write up to where I have reached. Let me get, in this case here, some affirmation from your side. You can type there Y for yes, if you've been able to write. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So then EOQ is that quantity of inventory. When ordered, inventory costs are normally minimized. So this is the EOQ is the quantity of inventory. ordered that optimizes inventory cost, to optimize is to like minimize. Would want to minimize what is the very best for this organization. Ladies and gentlemen, to your level, what you're supposed to understand is the formula of getting EOQ. How do we get EOQ? It will be the square root of 2DCO all over what here, somebody? HC. Anytime you are asked about economic order quantity like they did for us last semester, yeah, then we must be able to remember the formula of getting EOQ, the square root of 2DCO all over HC, where this D is the annual demand. This D is the annual demand. This D is the annual demand. Annual demand. What quantity do you need for consumption for the whole year? That is D, annual demand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we talk of CO is cost per order. Every time you are placing an order, you'll be required to make a telephone call, so that telephone charge will fall under ordering cost. Every time you make an order, you will need to ferry those goods from the suppliers here to the company. So that transportation cost automatically will be part of what here? Part of ordering. Every time you order, you must keep those goods insured on the way. So basically, ordering costs are all those costs which are incurred to be able to bring goods from the supplier to the company's premises for usage. It's called ordering cost or cost per order, CO. And then we have, ladies and gentlemen, HC. HC is what we call the carrying or the holding cost. The carrying or the holding cost. Cost of holding inventory. Can you kindly give me examples of a holding cost? The first present is now going out to that student who will be able to give me minimum of two examples of a holding cost. Those costs that you know for sure, this is a holding cost. That should I decide to hold this in inventories, then there are these expenses that must be incurred to support the hold up. Yeah, right, like rent, yes. So in this case here, Shayla, you have 500 bob. Yeah, so Ken, you have 1,000. Ken, you have 1,000. So Shayla, 500, Ken, 1,000. So those students should be able to give me their phone numbers. I give them the money right now. All right. So have those students given me, are you in this class? The students who have given me their numbers, I would want you to send them some money right now. Just join there. So it is Shayla, please give me your numbers. If you move slowly, so we have Ken. Ken is 1,000 bob. You don't have to be seen in the camera. Ken is 0724. Are you there? No worries. I wish you would have just joined from wherever you are, and then you pick their numbers. 0724 03. Ooh, it has disappeared. Yeah, 0724 03 70. And then we have Shayla. Has Shayla sent her number? Really? I doubt. Yeah, Shayla is 500 bob. Has that gone? Has that gone? So you don't waste time. And all of you will be able to get presents, especially those students who are calling. Students join our live classes. I'll be able to know who has brought who here. And the one who has brought majority of the students here today will get 3,000. Yeah. If you've gone out of your way to look for students, attend this class. So I'll be able to do a roll call If you have got like 15 students, you went and called them. I give you 3,000 bob. So Shayla is 0728. Call now me. Sorry, just a small hiccup. I'll be able to sort you in a few minutes. Let's continue fast. I'll be able to sort you in a few minutes. I'll be able to sort you in a few minutes. So EOQ is the square root of 2 DCO over HC. When we decide to hold the stocks, ladies and gentlemen, then it means we need warehousing. We need, for example, to pay rent for the warehouse. Even if the warehouse belongs to us, then we have what we call notional rent. Yeah, because that warehouse could be having some other work. So warehousing. When you decide to hold up inventory, you need insurance. Because if you don't insure those goods and then we have got fire, what will happen? So that's a very good example of what here of holding. So anytime, ladies and gentlemen, they talk about EOQ, you can forget about every other thing. But always remember that EOQ is the square root of 2 DCO over what here? Over HC. Square root of 2 DCO over HC, like that. Now please listen and listen to me very, very well. Remember here, we have two options. So we have EOQ, yeah, without discounts. So we start with the first option without discounts. So we have annual demand. They've told us annual demand is 8,000. They've told us that the annual demand, remember D is demand, annual demand. Yeah, they've told us annual demand is 8,000 units. Annual demand is 8,000 units here. You can see annual demand is 8,000 units. Then we have cost of placing an order 200. CO is 200. Cost of placing an order is 200. Then you can see cost per unit of omega. So cost per unit, that is price. So the price per unit is 400. Price per unit is 400. Price per unit is 400. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you can see carrying cost, which is the same as holding cost, is 20% of the price per unit. So we have our holding cost. Our holding cost is HC is 20%. It can never be left as a percentage. Holding cost is a cost. Is a cost in shillings. So whenever it is given in form of a percentage, it has to be multiplied with what here with price. So it will be 20% of 400, which will end up giving me what figure? 20% of 400, which will end up giving me what figure? 80 bob, isn't it? 80 bob, 80 bob. So that will be 80 bob like that. That will be 80 bob like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have everything that can enable us get EOQ. So are you able to compute the EOQ yourselves? Now we have everything that will be able to enable us to get EOQ. Now we have everything that will be able to enable us get EOQ. Are you able to do it yourselves? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So then EOQ will be equal to the square root of twice the annual demand. Annual demand is given as 8,000. Divide this by the holding cost, which is 80. So please be very, very careful. You say 2 times 8,000 divided by 80, then you say equals. Whatever answer you get, you say square root. Whatever answer you get, you say square root. So what answer are we getting for me now to start sending the gifts? So the final answer, according to Lexi, it is 200. The final answer, according to Lexi, final answer after pulling the square root, it is 200. The final answer is 200. Reggie has also gotten that. 200. So I would want to get again confirmation from all of you whether we are really comfortable. Are we really comfortable with this number, with this working? All of us, are we comfortable? All of us, are we comfortable? Any question from you? We are comfortable. We are comfortable. Because I would always want to have a speed that you guys are comfortable with. I would want us to walk this journey together. Even if you're a first timer or a retaker, no problem. We shall be able to walk together in this journey and all of us shall be able to pass. But most importantly, I would want you to get out of your way and look for students for RCM. Please, if you are going to partner with me in terms of getting students for RCM, then automatically you'll be a great buddy. How do you get students for us? Use that number. That number. Yeah, you know how much we charge per subject. Yeah, you can do that. And then, of course, if you have got any inquiries, that is the number. Now we have gotten EOQ. Once we get this EOQ, ladies and gentlemen, then remember, we want to be able to get the total cost. Total cost. Total cost of ordering, that EOQ. How do we get total cost? To get total cost, ladies and gentlemen, total cost, we have 3 types of costs here. We have the purchase cost, ordering cost plus holding cost. There are 3 types of costs. Anytime they want you to cost options under EOQ, you shall always remember this formula for total cost. Total cost is purchase cost plus ordering cost plus holding cost. Then, ladies and gentlemen, if we are together in this is what we shall do to get our total cost. Our total cost will be Mwai Kibaki's political party, DP. Plus ordering cost. How do we get ordering cost? We take D over Q, CO. That's how we get ordering cost. D over Q, CO. And then plus holding cost is always on the basis of average stock. Anytime you get total holding cost, you take Q over 2 multiplied by what here, somebody? HC, like that. Let me get to know, ladies and gentlemen, whether you guys have been able to understand this formula. Anytime in this case here, they want us to give them total cost, purchase cost for the whole year. You take annual units here consumed or demanded times price per unit plus D over Q. This Q could be your EOQ, like now what we've been able to calculate there. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that our D was 8,000. Our D was 8,000. Price in this case here was 400. Now we know Q, which is our EOQ, is 200. Yeah, we know that our HC, ladies and gentlemen, is 80. And then we had CO. CO was what here? CO was 200. Now, given this set of information, is there somebody who is able to plug in the numbers and give us the total cost? Is there anybody who is able to plug in the numbers to give us the total cost here? Anybody who is able to plug in the numbers to give us the total cost? Anybody who is able to plug in the numbers? Yeah, according to page 321, 6,000, right? So annual demand is 8,000 times price, which is 400. Price per unit, which is the cost per unit. How much it will cost me is 400 plus D over Q. D is 8,000. Q is EOQ that we got as 200 multiplied by cost per order. Cost per order is given here. It is 200 plus the EOQ that we picked here, which was 200 over 2 times holding cost, which is what here, somebody? Which is 80. Holding cost will be 80. So according to Vincent M, it is 3216,000 Kenya shillings. 3216,000. It is 3216,000. So all of us, ladies and gentlemen, kindly, are we really together? Have you been able to punch this in your calculator there? And then you got the figure. And then you got the figure. All right. So I hope, Clinton, you were able to join. I hope Clinton was able to join. That is Clinton who is supposed to join this. And that is a ninja who has my PIN number. I don't give my PIN number to many people here. My PIN number is normally given to few people. So if Clinton, you are in here, kindly come and reward those students before I start taking in. Other people to reward. So perhaps those two ninjas, Sheila and that other gentleman, can again repeat their numbers so that we can sort them out. All right. So remember, we are not taking no. We are going to pay those two students who got something right from the very beginning. There are two students first. And then I'll be able to take other students as we progress. But everybody must get a present from me today. Everybody must get a present from me today. Everyone shall get a present from me today. Everyone shall get a present from me today. Even if it's just 100 shillings, isn't it? Even if it is just 100 shillings, 100 shillings, 100 shillings, then you shall be able to get a present today. So that is the first one, without any discounts. What if we want a discount? So in this case here, mentioned there with discount. Can somebody talk to me this morning? How many units do we need for us to buy, for us to get a discount? From the question, how many units shall we buy to qualify for the discount? How many units shall we get to qualify for the discount? How many units must we procure to be able to get this discount? You can see from this paragraph, the company has been offered a quantity discount of 4% on the purchase of BX, provided they order 4,000 components at a time. 4,000. So in that particular case, you don't compute EOQ, eh? With the discount, you mention the quantity that you need to buy to procure for you to just qualify for the discount. So meaning that our Q will be 4,000. The demand per annum is not going to change. The price, ladies and gentlemen, remember the normal price is 400. That is the normal price. But now remember, this time round, we are going to enjoy a discount. This time round, we are going to enjoy a discount. A discount of what percentage? A discount of what percentage? If we buy 4,000, we are going to enjoy a discount of what percentage? Somebody is following. We are going to enjoy a discount of 4%. So meaning that this 400 has to be reduced. we know that there is a reduction. They're reducing 4% from us. We're not buying this at 100%. We're going to buy this at 96%. So the new price now will be 400 times 96% or times 0.96. 400 times 0.96 like that. 400. So according to 𝗥𝗖𝗠 𝗪𝗲𝗇, it is 384 like that. 384. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a bright student, you know that whenever the price changes, you must always calculate holding cost afresh. Whenever the price changes, we must always calculate the holding cost afresh. So holding cost is 20%, 20% of price. So it will be 20% of our price, which is 384. 20% of 384, because you see, holding cost is pegged on the price. You see, price is part of what here? It will be part of, it's our money held. It is our investment in the stock. Yeah, so it is 20% over the price, holding cost. So 20%, so this gives us 76 point what here? This gives us 76.8 like that. This gives us 76.8. This gives us 76.8. So then we have to agree. I can only give you, I'm going to give you a very tough target. I'm going to give you a very tough target. I can only give you 100 bob if you guys are able to give me 120 students. 120 students. Otherwise, I will give each one of you just 50 shillings. So as we continue in this case here, marketing the session, and then I'll be able to give you that 100. What really? Sheila, 500. Alafu mwingine ni 1,000. Mjua jinake? Ame confirm received hapo. So those two ninjas, hao wengine kwanza wachana nao. Tuko na deal nao. Hao tuko na deal nao. Kila mwanafunzi atapata kitu, lakini nategemea 100 if they reach, right now they are 60 something, if they double. If they remain like that, then each one of them will get 50 by the end of the session. By the end of the session. Is that a good deal? 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 Is that a good deal or a bad deal? Let me hear from you. Let me hear from you. Remember, I'm a good ninja. I'm a good CPA chief ninja. Why? I'm teaching you and I'm giving you money. Teaching you and giving you money. Now they're not even responding because they're thinking that 50 shillings is on the lower side. But you see, it's airtime. And if you work very hard, you can easily get this 120 students, you get 100 if you continue sharing. And then don't forget that the one who is bringing many students and be able to do a roll call, that student who is able to mobilize others to come is getting 3,000. I'll be able to tell you how I will know. Yeah. So then, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Now what you need to do is to give us the total cost. Total cost. Remember, the CEO remains the same. Remember, the cost per order remains the same at 200 per order. So go ahead and give us total cost. How do we get total cost? The political party of Mwai Kibaki, DP plus order cost, D over QCO plus Q over 2 HC like that. So annual demand is 8,000. I know the price I'm going to incur is a discounted price of 384, yeah, plus D over Q. 8,000 divided by our economic quantity which we are acquiring now is 4,000. 4,000 times our CO, which is cost per order. So cost per order is 200. 200 plus Q over 2. Q is 4,000 over 2 multiplied by our reduced holding cost. Our reduced holding cost, you guys had given me this figure. You had given me this figure, which is 76 point what here, which is 76.8, which is 76.8. So are you guys able to punch figures? Please punch these figures in your calculator there for you to be able to give me this total cost. And then we discuss business. We discuss business. Then we discuss business. We get to discuss business. Please punch, 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 punch. And then we get to discuss business. 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 So you're getting total cost. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. I don't know why they are not giving me answers now. They are no longer giving us answers now. According to Sylvia, it is 32,26,000. So this total cost here will be 32,26,000. 32,26,000. And then remember the EOQ. The EOQ was 30. I've forgotten. What was the cost for EOQ? What was the total cost for EOQ? Total cost for EOQ, somewhat 32,16,000. Total cost for EOQ was 32,16,000. Total cost for EOQ was 32,16,000. 32,26. 32. No. Total cost for the one that we did up there was 32,16,000. This 32,26,000. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember you are a management accountant. Management accountant, you help organizations to create through cost minimization. So between the two options, which option do you think will be better? Do we accept the discount or do we reject the discount? Which option do you think will be better for us? We shall always go for the option that minimizes cost, because we are cost minimizers. We are wealth creators through minimizing our cost. Yeah, so in this case here, we are better off rejecting the discount and working with EOQ. Reject the discount, and then you want to work with EOQ. We work with EOQ. Great. So that is very, very good. And now that marks the end of my today's session. It has been very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen, for us to be able to do what here? Meet and get to discuss this. Remember, we started this series yesterday, and I told you every day I'll be attending, coming up with different what here, different topics. But remember, you'll be able to benefit fully if you pay fees to RCM. When you are our paid student, you'll be able to enjoy these daily sessions. Daily sessions. Do we have some students already here who are paid up students of RCM? Students who are paid. Great, great, great. So then, because I can see all of you are students of RCM, what I will do is to give you that 100 shillings, but now in the paid group. So in the paid group, you simply go there and they give us what here, give us your phone number. They will say, just use this. I don't know whether we'll be leaving out some people, or do you want us to give you 50 shillings here? Which one is better? 50 shillings here or 100 in the paid group? Which one is better? 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 No, they're not getting. If I pay the ones who are in the paid group of RCM, I give them 100 in the paid group. But there are some students who are not in the paid group and they have attended this session, which will be very, very unfair. So the question is, should we go ahead and work with the students who have already paid RCM, or should we, in the spirit of love, pay something small to everybody here, 50? To be fair to those who have joined here, we just give 50-50 to everybody. So Clinton, please go ahead and now get the phone numbers of the gentlemen and ladies who have joined us here today and pay them 50-50-50. And I would want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for making RCM the #1 college in East Africa. If you go to all social media handles, be it on YouTube, Facebook, whenever other students ask for which college is the very best for them to join, I always see everybody saying RCM, RCM, RCM. So you don't take that for granted. We really appreciate all of you. And I'm so sure if we continue like that, in the next 3 years, we shall be talking about RCM University. And we are ready for that. We are ready for that. So Clinton, are you doing something? All right. So then what this gentleman is saying, the one who is supposed to be sending this money, is saying that he's creating a WhatsApp group for you guys specifically, for these 64 people specifically, and he's sharing this particular link here. I think that is fair enough, isn't it? That's fair enough. And then I'll remember immediately after this, we are starting with the financial reporting. There is a link for financial reporting, which is coming immediately after this. And if you join that one, you're going to earn again. If you join that one, you are earning. So that link is coming here, and ensure that you join. That link is coming here, and ensure that you get to join. The link is coming here, and ensure that you get to join. We are overcoming. So are you guys enjoying our sessions? Have you enjoyed my today's session here? The students who are following me on YouTube, have you enjoyed my session? The students who are following me on Zoom, have you enjoyed my session? If yes, then please give me that subscription on YouTube. Joshua Aura on YouTube. Follow. RCM Online College on YouTube. Follow. That will be very, very good. That will be very, very good. Otherwise, thank you very much. Be blessed. See you in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much. So I will not end the session until you join, Until you join.